Shall we play a game?
G'day viewers, this is World of Subways 4. It's the 7 line in New York City, and don't I have a radio announcer's voice today? That's what happens when you breathe all that steam smoke. Good fun. Anyway, we're going to play some missions. If I can get the game to play, there we go. The game is terribly misbehaved on my system. Which mission do you do?
I guess we have a man. I'm Jeff Teach. Maybe we'll drive together sometime. I hope a shift will come easier to you. Do you know what happened to me?
No, no one actually cares, mate, but, you know, let's pretend to listen.
At least I never had to go through this again. We were at Grand Central. We had just dispatched the train. When the earthquake started, the train driver immediately started off in the direction of Flushing, and then the inevitable happened. Power loss on the track section in the East River. We heard some really weird noises, and it was really only a question of time until the East River would flood the tunnel. We had to find the box with the emergency power supply real quick to get the train out of the tunnel system. This was damn close. I don't ever want this to happen again.
Ah, why not? Let's play it. I'm going to go with beginner because it's easier. Trying to set up all these things you have to set up. Close the doors. That one. And that one. Earthquake time. We'll do some real drives too. I just thought this would be fun to start with. Drive the subway as fast as you can. Alright then. Maybe we should go. Brakes off. What haven't I done yet? Clearly I haven't done something. There's all these buttons you have to press. So I'm pressing them all at the moment. Okay, now we should be able to go. Until you press the emergency brake because you're a duffer. I hate this game, I really do. Come on, let me go. Let me go. Come on, brakes, pump up, let's go. There we go. There's water ingress in the tunnel. The next session is impossible. At the next switch is a platform you can use to exit the subway. Stop the first car at the spot so that you can enter the subway again. That looks like the spot we want. Keep it rolling because I got to get the passenger door next to that. That'll be about there, I think. Shift right. Not that I can see how you tell from that, but let's just get up and go have a look. This will be easier. Yeah, see, this one's fine. This one will be all good. Let's go back and open the doors. It's a bit like Train Sim World. You have to sit down to do anything. And it is B? Aha. 6. There we go. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Go in driving direction into the tunnel. It's very German. Look for the emergency fuse box to activate the pumps. Hurry, the time is running out. You can turn on the flashlight if you desire. That's unlike the serial killer one where you can't turn on the flashlight. No doubt it's going to get wet in here soon. You could get an earthquake in New York, why not? I have some good news too. Hello, Metra. How are you? I thought you were out rail fanning this weekend. I was out firing steam engine yesterday. I thought I was taking out one of the little ones, but I ended up with the big monster. Because my little one was in the workshops. You know, I could put the flashlight on. Do you think it's too dark? I can see. Can't you see? I like the patterns you get on the tunnel walls. Like that one. It looks like a face. But as you get closer, it just sort of turns into concrete mess. The artists had fun with this game. Plans have changed, Metra. That's okay. Oh, that's like my plans yesterday. I planned to fire a little engine on 9, 14, 21, 32, I think. I ended up on the same train, but I had to run the big Garrett instead of the little NA. That's okay. It's just 5 times as much work to get the thing ready. Because it's got about 8 million oiling points, whereas the NA has, count them, 10. Somewhere down in this tunnel, there'll be a place for me to do something. Somewhere. You can have the flashlight on if you want in JTE, but I don't think it actually helps in here much. It's really good in the serial killer one, but I won't do that one. We'll do some normal trains after we've done this, just to show off the line and the route. I have had some good news. The ambassadors are going to be allowed to release content and stream Glossip 24 hours before its advance. Yes! So expect those streams to get set up shortly after this one. How is everyone feeling today? And where are you in the world, if you don't mind saying? I'm in the southeastern suburbs of Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. And for me, it's early in the morning. Wandering through. Ah, it's time for a shower. There we go. Let's get wet. This looks like fun. This looks like good fun. Nice, warm Hudson water. Would it be the Hudson or the East River? Probably the East River, isn't it? Actually, the 7 line doesn't go under any rivers, does it? Love the detailed water effect down below here. We are now wading. Now, after we get the pumps going, what about these rocks? Metra is feeling pretty good. That's good. Somewhere around here there'll be a key box or something. There should be a little green marker on it when we get there. Another bath. I think I'm swimming now, but of course I'm wandering along here with I think it's New York subways at 600 volts, I think. Hello, McCruckbuilds, how are you? I think it's 600 volts DC in the New York subway, so I'm currently wading through water which has got both the power rail and the negative rail in the same water. So of course right now I'm going because I'm dying, because I'm being electrified. Here it is. Yay. Yeah, how do we make it happen? I've forgotten. Is it E? No. U? No. How do we actually make this work? Y? U? I? O? You know what we're going to have to do? We're going to have a quick look at the controls. I thought it was U, but clearly not. Let's just have a quick look. General. No, none of those. Player. Walk forward, straight forward. Use. Button 0. Okay. Well, that's logical, isn't it? The bumps are working! I am okay, McCuckbirds. Pumps don't look like they're working, do they? It's getting deeper. So what are people playing currently? I've got to wander all the way back to our train, and this is as fast as you can go. They do like their dramatic musical build-up. From Henty in New South Wales. Excellent. Pretty sure I've been to an engine show in Henty. Tractors and things. We're almost back to the train. We should see it loom out of the mist. And you can tell you're getting close because the music's getting more dramatic. I think I've played the serial killer mission from this before. Live. It's quite intense, that one. So they have to give you that dramatic music because, you know, quite frankly, walking through a tunnel is kind of boring. Given who makes this game, I'm surprised this isn't some German techno. Where's my train? Time's up! Ah! I can't go any faster. Let's just drive trains. Hello, Brad MacArthur. It actually is the music from something else, and every time I play this game I get a copyright strike.
Good to see you. I haven't penciled you in for the new duty plan. Let me know which shift is the most interesting for you.
Oh, what do you reckon? January? And we'll go on Monday. No, let's not take that one. Let's take this one, Wednesday. And let's go 6:16, so maybe it's light. And Times Square to Manhattan. Nah, it's boring. That's all in the tunnels. What about Hunters Point Avenue to Queens? Let's go that one. Or Grand Cent. Yeah, let's go this one. Start.
Okay, sounds good. Let's do it. I'm counting on you.
Yeah, it could be NJTE. Let's just say regular. It'll stop prompting me for shit. Do you want to activate Conductor's AI? Of course I do. I am lazy. I'm not opening doors. Welcome to Hunters Point. It's A bit dirty. But there you go. Where's my train? Here's my train. I assume we're taking over this one.
Ah, there you are. Wow, that was some kind of a shift. Man, my head, it rattles and it squeaks everywhere, big time. Here, she's all yours. Have fun with the morning shift.
Sounds like a
Take care.
train, doesn't it?
See
You
you
know,
tomorrow.
it rattles. Alright, let's get in that chair. Need to be inside the cab, pretty sure I am. Okay. So, how much of this train's set up? There's a question for you. It's got all the keys in it. Let's just make sure. Okay, lights, all those switches. G. What else do we have to do? 7, 8, 9. No, it's not letting me do those yet. Actually, it's 7, 8, 9. It's these keys. There we go. Okay, let's get the doors closed. Oh, we've got the AI thing. He should be closing the doors for us. That'll be fine. That thing's turned on. The reverser is in forward. We can close the door. Maybe we can't close the door. We shouldn't have to close the main doors, so the AI should just do that for us. In theory, because I did turn it on. And we want some headlights. Oop, horn works. Brad MacArthur has ridden on this subway about 7 years ago. You know, he's clearly not going to close the doors. I don't have a door key, only the conductor does. He's going to make us wait, clearly. Because I can't do anything until he wants to go. Oh, it is working. Good. Oh, there go the doors. Or is it someone else's doors? That's someone else's doors. Close my doors. I want to drive. Come on. When's this supposed to go? Starts at 6:16 at 6:24, so why doesn't it shut the doors? Oh, departure 6:25. No wonder it won't shut the doors. Okay. It's all good, Jim. I can open Windows, can't I? I remember how to do that. Windows, Windows, Windows. I printed myself a thing. Because there's no way to find the keys without looking in the game. Windows, 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 Windows. Is it K? It's K. Here we go. And my doors are shut. Yay! So, brakes off. And we go forward. Going up into the sky. Brad MacArthur has ridden the 7 line. I've ridden the 7 line too in 2019. I would have ridden it in 2020, but we all know what happened there. What's the cinematic key? That one, I think. Or is it that one? There we go. Comes with built-in cinematic views for those moments where cinematic is appropriate. And it switches by itself, apparently. How do we get the driver's view back? Because I'm pretty sure I've got a station soon. I've got red lights on. Wonder how I fix that. D. There we go. Now I've got white lights on. Coming into a station now. Coming on NJT, you have to tell me what every station is without looking at the signs. Look at all those lovely 70s fashions and those gigantic bosoms. You can tell what the developer was fixated on. Clearly missed out on breastfeeding. Doors are open. And JTE says this takes place in the 70s. The R33s and R36WFs are painted in their Redbird, which was only given to them in the 90s after general overhaul. It is indeed Court Square. Very good. It's too clean to be New York. Can't go. Doors are shut. Open, rather. See, I just shut the door straight away and drive off because I'm mean, but I'm using the AI guy. Brad MacArthur asks, is that near the Subway Museum? No, that's Court Street. Court Street is the station that the Subway Museum is in, and that's in Brooklyn. And Court Street is unusual because it's both an active subway station and 2 platforms for the museum. Which is kind of cool. It's a really good place to visit, actually. If you ever get an opportunity to visit that spot in New York, you should. I should have let the brakes off before. Off we go. We are next due. It'll tell me soon. It is near Borough Hall, but it's actually in Court Street, NJT. Station that museum lives in is Court Street. It's not active anymore, but it does have the... It does have trains running at the bottom level. And there's trains stored there too. Just outside the station. I've got to slow down a little bit for this corner. As we come into the next station, what's this one, NJTE? I should only be doing 15 mile an hour. I'm being naughty. That's okay. I don't mind this game. Graphically and playability wise, it's okay. It's got the stupidest keyboard controls ever. And it's one of those games, its native language in this game is German. Which is why it's got really stupid keyboard controls. Queensborough Plaza. But it's got really stupid keyboard controls because it's designed for a German keyboard. And they make sense on a German keyboard, apparently. But the people who make games for German keyboards... Oh, look at the New York skyline. Why can't Dovetail do that? Who said that? I didn't say that. I'll have to get you some video in, JT. Hey, we're allowed to go. Let's go. Brakes off. And drive. Maybe. Drive. 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 Stop flickering your lights and drive. There we go. Where's all the people? There should be thousands and thousands of people. It's possible, NJT. I'll find you some video and you can tell me. Me going too fast? What? No. Got a corner coming up, so we'll have to slow down. Just slow down anyway, because I have those automatic switching signals. They get mad if you go at them too fast. Then they go, spad! So you think the English train drivers have a limited view? How's this? Are we staying on the outside track? We are. The one thing I find really annoying about the game, apart from its stupid keyboard mapping, is that the tempo or speed that you're required to do doesn't actually match the controller settings. So you have to constantly power on, power off, power on, power off. It's kind of annoying. But as they say in the classics, that's okay. Gerard says the snow looks like Stranger Things. It does a lot, doesn't it? It just sort of floats there. I've never seen snow in New York. I've never actually been there when it's snow season. Get behind the yellow line, people. That'll wake them up. And their bright 70s colours. Oop, there's a couple of people back there not in bright colours. Oh, I hope I didn't stop too far then. No, it still opened the doors. It's alright. The AI won't open the doors if they're not adequately in the platform. Maybe I want that one. No. Off we go. Ready, brakes? Are you ready? Can we go? Come on, we can go, can't we? NJTE says, in fact, you're going the speed limit in real life back there with ATO, ATPM, and CBTC, which are all safety systems. Sped things up. Oh, I don't mind that it's the actual speed limit, it's that it doesn't match the controller settings. So I'm allowed to do 35, but in this controller setting it'll go up to 37. And you basically have to go flat stick between stations. 33rd Street says NJTE. How about this one? I might have just dumped all the air with an emergency stop there, but we'll just pretend that didn't happen, shall we? Metro says New York City subway trains can technically reach 40 miles an hour. They can actually do more than that. They just don't. I don't know how fast they go in this game. I've never actually tried, but they're quite capable trains. They're an interesting train. They're one of the shortest carriage trains in the world. And they have to be to make the quite intense 90-degree corners. So they're a very interesting train to look at, particularly when they're on the move. Coming up to Bliss. Everybody has to be happy. We're in Bliss. You must be happy. It's required when you are getting off or getting on at Bliss. I think Bliss is one of the stations with artwork, if I remember rightly. That'll do. It is a fairly convincing skyline. And some of the shop names are just kind of funny, so you should always have a look. Because they, a lot of them are on the verge of being quite rude. Hello, trains, kits, etc. How are you? We're driving the 7 line in New York. We're in the elevated portion. In World of Subways 4 this morning. And the full name for that shop back there is Come and Beat Susan's Meat. Next station, please. Well, we just took those people's shopping bags off. Coming into Lincoln Avenue, passengers. Don't leave your shit behind, someone will steal it. When those strange, crazy people get into the carriage, don't pay any attention to them at all. You have to do the New York thing and just ignore them. Don't forget to offer criticism on the wardrobe choices of the person next to you. It's required. Yeah, that's about it, Train Skits, etc. Train simulation, but with the artistic taste of GTA. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much this game. It has a mixture of semi-serious simulation and missions, which you might equate to scenarios in the other games. And I have to say that the other games' scenarios are starting to get a bit like this. Lexic Dark asks if it's left behind, it's not stealing. That would depend entirely on your point of view. Next up, Woodside. Home to Paco's Shoes. It's too far. Might have to go back. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back. AI not going to open the doors. Wrong key. How do I go backwards? Anybody remember? No. 2. Alright. Brakes off. Power on. Brakes on. Oh, brakes on. Yay, I opened the doors. And go forwards again is 8. And I hope I didn't bugger it, because that signal's red. We'll see. Bulletory melon liqueur. Connections available to the LIRR. There you go. Now, what's it going to do to me because this signal's red? Let's just go find out. Nothing. Fancy shoes! Yes. I fancy shoes. I'm wearing very fancy shoes right now. They're Ugg boots. Proper Australian Ugg boots. The sign down there that says pharmacy, what would it say in America? It would not say pharmacy, it would say drugstore. If you go to an American and say, where's the nearest pharmacy, mate? They just look at you funny. Chinese takeaways, 101 choices. Now arriving Fisk Avenue. Don't forget to dip your noodle. Perfect. 69th Street, Fisk Avenue, you know what to do. Doors closed. Pumping. And brake should come off in a moment. There we go. NJT says a lot of Americans actually call it a pharmacy. Well, they certainly don't in New York. Or in California. The Republic of California that pretends it's not part of America. Until it wants federal money for something. Next stop, Broadway. Every American city has a Broadway. At least one. It's like Australian towns nearly always have a high street. similar in the UK. Americans always have a Broadway. I don't know. This view is slightly nausea-inducing, but that's okay. Alright, doors closed. Train moving. New York's one of the more fun cities in the US, I have to say. I quite enjoy it because the people are very realistic. Money exchanged! For what? What do you get back when you exchange your money? Next stop, Jackson Heights. Muggings free with every service. Jackson Heights, people. Get off me train. Was that too far? Oh, I might get away with it. No, I will not get away with it. Damn it. I never said I was good at this game. That should do. No, yep, that was enough. Alrighty then. NJT says a lot of drugstores are called pharmacy. Most of them are called CVS. Now off we go. To Popsy Cola, of course. Can't have Kooky Cola. Actually, I think there is a sign for Kooky Cola somewhere. They like being wide, but not high. Yeah, that's about it. Although, being high is a fairly favourite pastime too, just judging by the smell. Off we go to Elmhurst. NJT wants to go. Am I getting fancy with me? Yeah, I guess so. And older people here call them chemists. Yes. Elmhurst Avenue. Many little yellow taxis. If you ever go to New York, make sure you go to, is it Park Street, I think, where they all come pouring out of the building in the afternoon. Hello, strange people. It's time to go, apparently. Let's go. Hey, since I'm having to mash the keyboard a lot in this game, can you actually hear the thumping like we used to? I think I might have solved that problem. I'm curious to know. I departed early. Junction Boulevard, next stop. What kind of buses were those, NJT? I think they were American Flyers. The ubiquitous New York water tank. Junction Boulevard is correct, and the chat seems to be keeping up with the stream today, which is good. That's a good sign. Maybe we'll be able to start quizzes again soon. Hello, Poorhouse. I don't think this game is on console. I think it's PC only. I stand to be corrected if anybody wants to have a quick look. But I think it's PC only. Off we go. Am I leaving early again? Yep. No. No, I'm late now. How did I go from being a minute early to a minute late? The buses are called fish bowls. Yeah, they're made by American Flyer, aren't they? The coach company. Corona. You know what's gonna happen to you on this stop. See, it wasn't Wuhan at all. It was this station. Corona Plaza. I wonder if they changed their name. Too far. Excuse me. Corona Plaza. The start of it all. Fish bowls are made by GMC, fair enough. They made a funny little car from whatever that movie was. Wayne's World. Ah, that's the one. Actually, American Flyer is a company, well, now that you mention it, they actually make model trains. Or they did in the 1950s. Up the big hill. (111th Street). Next stop, Roller Coaster Central. Alrighty. Train Skits etc. says, it was me. I said to my wife in September 2019 in a discussion about work, a virus could come and shut everything down. She's never let me forget I said that. I actually wrote a story because at one point, I think we're going to go up the roller coaster. No, we're going inland. Better keep the speed down then. Doesn't like it if you go too fast through the points. I wrote a dystopian story because I used to do that. I used to write for a pulp magazine which has died, unfortunately. It only got 3 issues out before it went bankrupt. But I pretty much described Corona. It is on my old blog somewhere if you want to go and hunt it up. Taking this train home to Mama. Hello, Michael Newberry. Welcome. They do look like a fishbowl, NJT. Corona Yard. Oh dear. With the amazingly thick power lines. And the ghostly trees. There's a little lonely car all by itself over there. This is a very long train. And you may think it's funny to endlessly hear sirens, but it is kind of New York. There we go. What do we do now? We play another service? Why not? Play another service. Let's just go at random. Let's see what it is. Correctly stopped at stations 14, incorrectly stopped 1. I beg to differ, it was 2. Number of missed stations 0, good. Air conditioning in percentage, we had it turned on. Correct headlight percentage, 90%. Excellent. No acceleration mistakes, very good. What should we do now? What does Fire Brigade Boy have for us?
What I wanted to say, can we agree that your work is going to improve in the future? It's really not satisfactory. Before I forget, you have the option to activate the aggro mode. Look for Bruce. He'll tell you how to activate it.
Don't activate aggro mode.
Bruce should be there. It's good you're here. Nearly all duty plans are still open. Can you tell me which shift can you take over?
What do we want to do, NJT? Let's have a look. You want to do an express, don't you? Preferably an express. Get one out of Flushing. Okay, so Flushing Main Street. And let's do one of these. So this is the express services. And if we go from this one, we'll be able to see stuff. So Flushing Main Street, Queens to... So this is a full run. All right. And we're starting at Flushing Main Street, Queens. Let's go.
Good. That's your shift then. Drive carefully, but stick to the schedule.
No. Regular. Yes. AI conductor, please. Okay, so I want 7, 8, 9, and I want E, G, A, that. And now we've got to go outside. Exterior view is disabled in tunnels. So how do I set my camera there? How do I set my destination? Oh, I can't by the looks of it. Maybe I can. Oh well, I know it's going to be an express, so it's an H. And I can't see my destination. How do I see my destination? Focus view, look outside left, look outside right, cinematic view, front of subway view. That. No, that's not what I want. Front camera. Aha! And we're going to... Where are we going? Times Square. And we are an express, which is already labelled correctly. And on some headlights. There we go. Done. We are ready to rock and roll at some point. Ooh, I haven't turned on that panel. How do I turn that one on? There we go. Now it's on. And have I turned on everything else I'm supposed to turn on? Yep, the lights are on. And it sounds like the venting's running. Alright. Hey, where'd my displays go? My HUDs went away when I stood up. Better check the outside of my train now. Is it still right? Yeah, it's still right. Good. Is it time to go yet? Lexic Dark says, look me in the eyes when I'm talking at you. Yes. Trains, kits, etc. says, imagine this only it's set way back in the days of competing elevated line and steam hauled stuff with line of sight running instead of signals. Yeah, it would be challenging. Steam didn't actually last all that long in New York because they hated it. Violet's Inspiration Soup. Hello, how are you? NJT says, what's aggro mode? Aggro mode is exactly what it sounds like. You get punished if you don't stick exactly to the timetable and everything's quicker. Hopefully you're good this fine sunny day, Violet. Looks like you are. get out and about and do some exploring somewhere and chuck us a few more shots. And we're in the railway game of hurry up and wait right now. So we'll use this to spend some time. Oop, that sat down quickly. Time to go. Now we can go. Yellow light. I kind of would have thought we were conflicting with this train in front of us, but it's going to be out of the way, isn't it? We still have red signals. Come on, change. 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 Come on, the train's gone. Sigh. Yay. Goes through our cruise through the labyrinth. And you think it's hard to see here? Have a thought for me. Because I've got bright windows either side of my monitor. Up the roller coaster we go. And it seems strange we have to power down to go up hills. If you give it lots of power here, you just roll backwards. So this should be accompanied by that noise. Clack, 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 clack. Just saying. Violet has been crazy busy. You can't go faster. You can't climb these hills fast. It won't let you. What stadium's that, NJTE? And who plays there? Should be able to speed up now. Most of the trains should be up over that hill. Excuse me. We are on the express track, even though we have to stop. Next stop, Willets. Home of Dr. Zeus. NJT says it's Shea Stadium, and the Mets used to play there until City Field was opened, come 100 feet to the right. Time to go. I have a yellow on the signals, followed by a red, which means you have to go slowly, because they will change. They will change. There they go. It's just how the system works. It has to figure out where you want to go. Flat stick. Coming up on a signal control tower. As we cruise the whole high-speed roller coaster. Maybe a little quickly. Graphics aren't too bad for such an old game. And don't forget, folks, dip your noodle. The anti-aliasing's a bit balked, but apart from that, it's alright. Back at Junction. Junction, doors will open on both sides. GTA Sandman, forgot this game existed. It is a bit of an oldie. Still works okay though. Time for some stoppage. Both doors open. Very good. It's a conga line. That was funny. Away we go. They disabled the repeating keys in this game. You actually have to press them all. You do work in metaphor and allegory. Indeed. And away we go. Next stop, Woodside, home of global warming. JT says, when going to Manhattan, the doors would be on the right. Going back to Queens, it would be on the left. Yeah, the game just opens on both sides whenever you've got a platform on both sides. Hello, SIT. How are you? Cruising a bit quick, but won't let that worry anyone. Least of all me. So what's coming up in the stream space? On the 26th, I will be streaming Glossop at 7 PM Australian Standard Time. I am good, SIT. I had a good day out in the trains yesterday, so it's always fun. I always know those signals will change, but I never trust them, because it just seems wrong to fly up to a red signal. It was exceptionally cold yesterday on the locomotive. I actually shut the doors. Never done that before. Would I be doubling the speed limit? No. No, I didn't think we were switching. It's just that every bit of ingrained training I have says do not drive towards a red signal. You must be prepared to stop short. Woodside, Woodside, home of global warming, lies, cancer and all the other good things. Woodside. Doors will open on both sides. You may exit on the left and right side of the car. That'll do. I do like the pump sound. SIT is excited for Gossip Line. Got your first shift as station master on the steam train next week. So excited. Excellent. That sounds like it'll be good fun. I've done pretty much every job on the railway. And these days I'm up front in the warm bit. NJT says they've got their timing wrong. Yeah, they probably built the route from Google Maps. Most games do. I'm impressed that you know that, though. I will be streaming Gossip Line one day prior to its release. As will all the ambassadors, so pick your favourite one. I'm not offended if it's not me. Of course, I'd like it to be me, but I'm not offended if it's not. I don't mind. They're all good bunch of people. SIT would love to learn everything on the steam trains, is obsessed with trains. Well, go ahead and do it. It may take you a lifetime. I've worked on this railway for this is my 42nd year on this railway. So, it takes a little while. Just a little while. I did actually have a chance to get on the locomotives back in 2008, but it was more... Actually, I'll just wait a bit faster around that corner. It was more me that wasn't ready for them than the other way around. And the railway itself did have some issues at that time. SIT says, blimey, that's a long time, but definitely worth it. Yeah, like I said, I could have got on the trains earlier. But, and I did actually start training as a fireman, but I never finished it. And that was back in 2008, so 15 odd years later, I'm finishing it. And initially when I came back to get back onto the steam engines, because I'm qualified on the diesels, but in coming back to the steam engines, they initially couldn't find any records of me doing training at all, so I had to do the training course again. So I sat through the 13 weeks of the training course and answered all their questions and all these sorts of things, and then we got to the final assessment and they went, you know what, we found your records. You don't have to do the final assessment, you've already passed it. I go, okay, thank you. Slowing down for the corners so we don't end up on our side. I think you can derail in this game from memory. NJT says over Queens Boulevard Viaduct, a concrete viaduct that needed urgent repairs in the mid-80s. Probably needs urgent repairs now. Most of the subway looks like it's falling apart. I mean, it's probably not, but most of it feels like we are. End of the express section. You are correct, NJTE. Once the back of our train passes through that thing, we can continue. Roller coaster time. It really reminds me of the Big Dipper, this thing. Put on your crowns, blokes. Queensborough Plaza. That's not a very scenic view. Do not enter or cross tracks. NJT says on the right is the BMT Astoria line. I have been to Astoria. It's the Greek bit of New York. Went to an excellent Greek restaurant there. Really enjoyed it. Violet loves the Big Dipper. Indeed. The Big Dipper is an excellent thing. Of course, now the Big Dipper is half Scenic Railway, half Big Dipper, because they did merge them together. For those who have no idea what we're talking about, Google Luna Park Melbourne Big Dipper. Whee! Round the corner. NJTE supposes that Astoria is known for New York City's worst drivers. There you go. My grandfather lived in Astoria too. It was actually kind of funny because I had lost the envelopes, because I had a few envelopes that had his address, and I was trying to figure out where he actually lived, so in 2019 we could go have a look. But I couldn't find any of those. But I found in my dad's photo collection a photo that had a particular deli that only existed in one place in New York, and you could see it from the window of the apartment. So that helped me find where the apartment building was. What, Square? Get off here to select your new partner. Do not enter or cross tracks. Violet's Inspiration Soup asks, is it still then the oldest wooden roller coaster if then merged? I don't actually think it ever was the oldest wooden roller coaster, to be honest with you. I actually think that that is Cyclone at Coney Island. Cyclone? Hurricane. Can't remember what it's called, but anyway. I actually think that one's older. It's the oldest one in Australia. And it is one of the longest surviving, that's for sure. Hello, Brad MacArthur. Yes, that was fun. Yeah, I think it might be, Violet. It could well be the oldest one in Australia, because there's only two anyway. Luna Park Melbourne and Luna Park Sydney, and Luna Park Melbourne opened before Luna Park Sydney. The funhouse in Sydney was older than ours, and the roller coaster in ours was older than the one in Sydney. And we lost our funhouse because the cretins that owned Luna Park didn't want it anymore, and then mysteriously it burned down. It's always interesting how heritage listed buildings mysteriously burn down sometimes. And into the subway itself. At Harry Potter Station, platform 9 3/4. Making the scenic run through Harry Potter Station. Oop, got pushed into the train by a passenger. Oh, look, their PIS actually works. That's cool. G. Jenner says olds in Copenhagen Tivoli. Oldest. Yeah, it could be quite possible. There is a particularly old one. The Coney Island one is particularly old, but I'm not an expert on such things. I do know the Coney Island one is the one most likely to break your neck in the entire world. Can we go yet? Oh, we're not at time. We've got 6 seconds to go. Metro says, message retracted. And NJT says, something that I wasn't prepared to say. Down the hole. GJ Denner is in Summerland, 51 degrees north. Yeah, there's often a sad human toll to fires. G'day, Vernon Jackson. How are you doing? Well, I shouldn't do this to you when I'm trying to stop a train. Harry Shift Gear, is this simulator worth it? It's fun to play. The missions are kind of cool. It's certainly a different flavour to any of the other train simulators. And it's a different flavour to the other World of Subways too. It's quite different to them, because it's got a lot of gameplay. The others are just driving trains. I would suggest finding it on sale. It does come on sale quite regularly on Steam. But it is fun, and it'll run on older hardware because it's an older game. Metra says fires are the most deadliest ways of killing a person due to a lack of oxygen. You know, I would suggest that if you're killing someone, it doesn't matter how deadly it is, they're dead. If you die from smoke inhalation in a fire, that's probably more merciful than being burnt alive, though. If the game's too loud in the tunnel, let me know and I'll turn it down. Now we've got the long run now under the river. Yeah, Dennis says 55 degrees. He had shifted in his gaming chair. Fair enough. That's okay, Metro. Make sure you look at the splash marks on the side of the pillars, because they change. Harry Shiftgear says he loves the clickety-clack. I think it replicates the feel of the New York subway fairly well. Oh, that's a yellow signal. Made it. Ladies and gentlemen, you may pick up your things from all over the floor. Here we go. Another train running next to us there. Another yellow. GJ Dennis says not to look up the Indian meaning for the word Manhattan. Perhaps we should. I am glad that you had successfully negotiated a narrow miss, Violet. Made it, believe it or not. 8 feet away from the signal. Now I've got to wait for the HUD to tell me it changed. There we go. SIT is back. Greetings, SIT. This is a red signal central. Why is there a red signal coming into a platform? There's clearly no train in the platform. Yellow. GJ Dennis says the island was sold for $24. Yeah, it was. For some beads, I think. The colonial mindset. Grand Central. Which I've always thought is A, not very grand, and B, not very central. Why aren't we opening doors? Let's have a look. I'm confused why we aren't opening doors. I think I may have to override it and force them open. So if I go... Alright, and now I can go... Oh, I don't have a door key. Okay. Alright, let's try moving ahead a little. Come on, pump them up. Is that enough? Or do we have to move back? How's that? Now we're gonna have to move back. Back we go. Will this be enough? Yep. That's what it wanted. Violet says it still messes with her head watching the fires of Mordor burn. Yes. Can understand that. I could see Ash Wednesday in 1983 burning the forest around my school. I know the feeling. When all the teachers went, hey, let's go to the gym, we'll pretend it's safe. Yeah, that's pretty much it, Lexic Duck. Shoved some beads into the hands of someone they couldn't talk to and said, this is all ours now. Yep. There's nothing quite like a bushfire smoke sunset, as the people of New York and New Jersey recently found out. Bryant Park. It's an interesting time when that happens, and I believe we'll be in for a few years of it. The emergency services are recruiting heavily at the moment because they're expecting a really bad summer. It's no one's fault in GTE. Just got to watch for signals here because we cross over another train and then we go into the station. The train's just gone, so we're just waiting for the points to change now. Once the points change, we'll be allowed in. Welcome to the railways. Hurry up and wait. Times Square, folks. Last stop. Still a lot of tensions between the volunteer and paid firefighters. Well, there's probably more tensions between the management of both, to be honest. I doubt Canada was really happy that their world was on fire in JTE. And it was a German fella that planted eucalypts all over California, Lexic Dark, because he thought they'd make good furniture. It's the same guy that planted the redwood forests in Victoria. Now, in real life, this tunnel keeps going, but not in the game. Alrighty, that's the end of this mission. I don't think we'll continue the schedule. Let's run a actual mission. Let's see how we go. Let's go find someone. I don't want to see him. Let's go visit the girl with giant boobs. Here she is.
Sorry, but the boss is busy. I think I can help you. Have you been to see Bruce? He knows how train driving can become a challenge. Hey, listen, no offense, but I still have a lot of work. Let's talk later, okay?
Here we go. I'm on top of the chair. Let's go find someone to play a mission. What about you? What mission do you have, Mr. Ghost-eyed person?
Story about the power failure.
Scottish bloke, eh?
Even I'd never experienced such a thing. The station master, Flushing Main Street, calls on a complete power failure, and panic breaks loose. Then the emergency lighting fails.
Yes, Violet, very
Everything
much by a
inside the
teenage
station
boy.
went pitch black at once. We had to think of something really fast, so we grabbed 6 flashlights from a construction site, chucked them into a train here in the depot, and took them to Flushing Main Street to set them up.
Alright, let's do it. Let there be light. Drive to 111th Street station and stop at the end of the platform. Change the cabin and drive to Flushing Main Street. Leave the subway inside Main Street and set up the construction lights. I don't even know how you change cabins in this. Oh well, we'll find out, won't we? What we got? E. Turning on all the things. G. A. Already got those in. Dead man on. And not in service. Flushing Main Street. That's where we're going, isn't it? No, Times Square is where we're going. Times Square. There we go. And local. Probably are. Let's rock. Brakes off would be good. Let's go. Let's go! Yay! I wonder how you do windscreen wipers. I don't know. I don't have a key for windscreen wipers. It's probably a button somewhere. It's very dark. So if there's a complete power failure, how come the trains are still working? They be electric. Have I told you my theory of male development, Violet? The male brain stops developing the first time they see boobs that aren't their mother's. Where is the thing? Mission 66, last car is past restricting switches less than 19 miles per hour as well. Ah, I went too fast. Let's do it again. Hey look, the lights are on this time. Lexic Dark says there's a parody song with the line, "The best kind of bees? Boobies." Of course. anybody figured out how to turn on the windscreen wipers yet? Must be a button somewhere. Someone can Google it. I'm busy. Maybe you should sing that song, Violet. You should sing it to the tune of Hot Potato by the Wiggles. So we have Popsy Cola and Hola Cola. Hola! Excellent, Violet. By hand only, apparently, GJ Jenner says. Ah, yeah, it's that thing. How do I make it work, though? Am I supposed to stop there? I think so. Every time I click on it, it just puts me down there. Anyway, was that 111th Street? Not sure. Let's have a look. I kind of think it was, and I was supposed to change ends here, so I better back up a little bit. Yeah, I can't grab it, that's the problem. Alright. That should put me in the platform. Go fully to emergency stop. I'm assuming this is the right place that I'm supposed to do this. Find out. Should close the door, it is New York after all. Can I walk through the length of the train? This is the question. I don't think I've ever tried. No, so I have to go back up here and open the bloody doors. B6. Hang on. Sit down again. B. Let me out, let me out, let me out. Creepy dude. 111th Street. I got it right. Yay. I'm going to have to Google that Lexic Duck. Thank you, NJTE. On to number 48. Is that Wattle Park? I think that's Wattle Park. There's trams in Wattle Park, 2 of them. Maybe we should do some TISM. Greg the stop sign comes to mind. Or that other song that I sent you, Violet. Hola, soda. So, hello, soft drink. Okay. Nuke this shit. That's funny. Tism's always a bit on the excellent side. Alright, they should all be closed now. We don't say Times Square anymore. Where are we going? Ah, who cares, doesn't matter. Why don't we just say not in service? There's a good idea. Alright, let's drive. I have got my headlights on. Yeah, I do. They're just like Transcend World headlights. You saw a TISM sticker on the pole at your local servo. Excellent. Ah, the headlights or the rear lights have not been set up accordingly. No. Are you really going to punish me for not setting the lights up properly? Ah, really? Alright then. We're going to ignore that mission because it's pedantic. Bloody Germans. He's got a mission, but I know what his is. I'm not doing that one. That takes forever. What have you got?
You know what happened to me?
Yeah, come on, let's listen to it.
At least I never had to go through this again. We were at Grand Central. We had just dispatched the train when the earthquake started. The train
Oh, it's Earthquake Boy.
power loss of
Quiet, you. No, you can't.
We heard some really good noises, and it was really
Shut up.
only a question of time until the history would flood the tunnel. We had
Shut
to
up.
find the box with the emergency power supply real quick to
I
get
can't
the
stop him talking.
This was damn close. I don't ever want this to happen again.
Yeah, it's nice for you. No. I want to get a real mission. The other guy had one too. Where did he go? Oh, he's gone. You know, I reckon if you were walking around near stairs with a welding mask on, you're just going to fall on your ass. Because you can't see a damn thing through those helmets. You got a mission? Got something.
A new face. You have to be the new driver. I've heard of you. I'm Brian Drake, but call me Brian, please. Let's see if we have to do a shift together at some time. I just hope that I won't have to go through some horror stories with you.
So he's Brian. He's not the Messiah. He's just a very naughty boy. That's better. Oh, he hasn't got a mission. Let's go find someone with a mission. No one that way. And that's that guy we just spoke to. Some of these doors you can go in, some can't. Not those ones, clearly. You're different. What do you got?
Want to show what you can do?
No. I know what happens when you do that. It's bad. Go away. What do you got? Oh, wait, come back here.
Wanna hear a story what I witnessed?
Sure, why not?
Well, you know, living in New York does include violence and theft. We were given the task of a money transfer with an express train from Flushing Main Street to Times Square. The train was supposed to run as a normal train, nothing too suspicious. We had to arrive at Jackson Avenue on the minute to avoid putting hostages into real danger. From there, we had to walk through the tunnel using our flashlights, while the driver had to look for the specific place to drop the money. You know, wrong place or being late, mission failed. What would have happened to the hostages? I wouldn't want to know.
You don't think I've ever played this one. Let's give it a crack. You followed a few messiahs, have you? Violence and theft. Drive the express in time to Vernon Boulevard and stop at each station. But it's an express. At Vernon Boulevard, you'll have to switch off all the lights of the subway. Look for the marked spot inside the tunnel to hand over the money. Follow the kidnapper's terms or the mission will fail. Very good. I think we'll just run as a special. Why not? Alright, we allowed to go? We're allowed to go. Let's go. Actually, I don't think we are allowed to go. We're going anyway. Departure 6:28 AM. I don't want to wait for that. I got green signals. We're going. Oh, he wants to go to Times Square. And H. Pulled out too early, the story of life. Let's do it again, and this time we'll wait. Good River Phoenix song, Violet. This time we won't leave early. Alright. We are all set up. Should have lights on out there, I think. Yep. Good. Stop that. Oh, I know what happened. I don't have the AI conductor, so I have to do the doors. I could probably open both here, couldn't I? Diamond 7, see? What's wrong with that? I turned off my headlights again, but Diamond 7. That's what you want, isn't it, NJT? More teenage boy material, Violet. $6.26. I'm just letting this thing's cinematic camera go for its life while we wait for the departure time. Oop, she vanished. It's almost time. If you ever get this game, go through to try and read the ads. Some of them are quite funny. Almost time to go. Back up the front. Let's go. 6:28:05. We should be allowed to leave now. Pedantic bloody missions. Up we go! Yay! The foggy day. Excellent. Actually, I must have played this mission at some point, because I remember playing them all before I reset my account. Yeah, we're still in the mission, I believe. Next up, Willets. Get off to watch the ball game. Ball games are a popular pastime. They can get quite hairy though in some circumstances. Ladies and gentlemen, get on, get off, I don't really care. Time to go yet? Must be time to go, surely. It is time to go, let's go. These should just go green. Yes. Off we go! Full power. Me speeding? What? No. Going down. Non-stop through here. Nice flange squeals. Yes, pre-programmed smog violet. Speeding justified apparently. I think you're not allowed to get into stations early though. And we're stopping at this one. time is it anyway? 10:30. Get me a noodle. 1-718-345-5435. Should ring that phone number and find out if it's real. That'd be funny. Is it actually a noodle shop? The world needs to know. Off we go. Ooh, that was nauseating. Let's go back in the front. Woodside, next stop. I think we're signed correctly. Looks fine to me. Race is on. $50 miles an hour. Alright, we'll calm down now. Because I think there's curvature coming up. But I had to beat the other guy. You know how it is, testosterone, all that sort of thing. I seem to be speeding again, but that's okay. The scary mission takes too long in JTE. It's a full hour and almost no trains. Food time for Violet. Woodside, 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 more Woodside. Just wait for 6:38 since we're just a little bit early, and if you leave early it goes, wow, you've failed. I'd like to get one mission finished this stream. Just one. do, 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 do. Watch this guy come in. Yeah, I do agree, NJT, that it does succeed, even if you've played it before, it succeeds in being scary. I don't think I'd like to play it if you were susceptible to epilepsy. It's got a lot of flashing and crap in it. Queensborough Plaza. Next stop, don't forget to dip your noodles. Can't get on me train, folks. Sucks to be you lot. 7,000 feet, so what's that, about 4 miles? And we've got not that long to get there, but I have to slow down here. But we got Connor. Queens Boulevard Viaduct. Viaductosaurus. Slow down a little bit for the corner. That'll do. Stay on the slow for a moment. Going on to the normal track now. Okay, the train should be pretty much through that by now. Next stop, Big Dipper Central, Queensborough Plaza. Going down. Going down in New York City. Could be a song. That would work as a song. Queensborough Plaza. If you're getting off here, get off fast. doors open. We've got a minute before we leave here. Let's have a look around again. We're in the bottom level. NJT would like me to remind people transfer is available to the R train. Oh, look at those boats. GJ Jenner says, I come from a land down under. Indeed I do. It's time for a Vegemite sandwich. There's a SWAT van in the distance there. Is it time yet? It's nearly time. Get the door shut. In a moment. NJT says that this time in the 70s, the R served Astoria and not the N. Alrighty. Can't leave yet, though. Now I can. That said I couldn't go to 644, but the station monitor says 643, which is interesting. Going up. Up and over. The subway derailed. Ah. Ah. That's a bit crap. No, let's not restart the mission. We're so far into it. Oh well. We're a bit shit on the missions, aren't we? 0 out of 8. I think let's run one more normal train and we'll call it quits.
Ah, perfect timing. I'm figuring out the new shift plans. Which shift is the most interesting for you?
What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I think August, Thursday, that one, and that one. Flushing Main Street to Queens. It's Times Square to Manhattan. I want to go the other way. Times Square out to Queens. There we go. Start shift. Go.
Okay, that's how we'll do it. Go.
Alrighty. Yeah, AI's fine. We also have to turn on E. Passenger vents, passenger lights are on. Open the vent. Let's have a look out the front. We are going to Main Street Flushing and we are in Express, so that one. Good. And we can't go until the AI says we can, which is at 7:17. Alright. G'day, how you doing? Got a ticket? Morning. It's a interesting top. Very bright. Ah. Here's the guy who wears my kind of shirt. Bogan. How you doing? You're lucky it's August or you'd freeze. That's okay. G'day mate. You look a little flustered in that suit. Morning. How you doing? Hey look, twins. I got a double. Can't quite see what his shirt says. It's really cool how they put these pillars together, isn't it? Yeah, nice rivet work like that. Good stuff. You keep staring at it. Morning. How you doing? Time for work? Probably. Morning. Greetings. Morning. Morning. Morning, morning. More 14-year-old boy factor. Morning. More twins. Good to see. All the twins on the subway. How you doing? What time is it? Is it time to go yet? I can't actually see the time anymore. Morning. How you doing? Morning. Oh, that's a cool tracksuit. How you doing? Oh well, we should probably go back up the front. It's probably time. Before the AI locks me out of my own train. Which could actually happen. We'll leave the door open. We'll chat to the lady. Why not? Oh, 30 seconds to go. Where are you off to today? You want to chat to the creepy driver? No? Doesn't look like it. Very quiet over there. What does that ad say? If you need to lift heavy, you should at least look at that. Okay. And I'm not sure what the other ad is. Oh, time to go. Let's go. Where are we going next? Who knows? You can sing in the chat all you want, mate. All you want. Next up, Bryant Park. Yeah, I drove in there with my big bright headlights on. The game will be mad at me. Lady in red would have been Krista Berg, wouldn't it? Alright, open the doors, let's go. Get off me train. Here we go. Soon. Oh, we got 20 seconds to wait here too. Let's go look at some ads then. La Rosa. If you're not smooth enough, use Doncello cream. Blueback jeans. Well, okay. Not sure what that one's meant to be. Looks like a magic mushroom ad. It should be time to go by now. Back we go. Do you want to drive a train? No? Alright. Off we go. It says I'm a local, but aren't I an express? But apparently I'm a local. I thought I chose the express service though. That's okay. Down the hole. Learning my lesson, slowing down for the corner. Grand Central. The fried out combi with a head full of zombie. Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Men, and Weed. See, doesn't that give that kid's show a whole new meaning? Back when I was a kid, there was a little show. Oh, my panel's not on. There was a little show called Bill and Ben. And it was Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Men. And Bill and Ben used to look after Weed, the flower. You're on a roll there, Violet. And then, of course, there was Mr. Squiggle. Mr. Squiggle was the ultimate in... actually, I'd say Aggro was the ultimate in rudeness in children's shows, but Mr. Squiggle was pretty up there as well. Because we had Mr. Squiggle, who was always in for the sexual puns. And we had Blackboard, who was just rude and abusive. Excellent, Violet. Yes, that's Blackboard. But what did Mr. Squiggle often say to Miss Jane? Right before they did the drawing segment? I've got a hard one for you, Miss Jane. Yes, and the guy that puppeteered Aggro has been in a lot of trouble in the Me Too era. Because he was a naughty boy. See you shortly, Violet. Woot, says GJ Jenner, learning about the mysteries of Australian television culture from the 70s and 80s. Vernon Boulevard, Jackson Avenue. In JT, it says speeding under the East River. That's actually a saltwater tidal estuary. Well, there you go. The 7 doesn't technically go under any rivers. Indeed. Next up, Hunter's Point. Speaking of points. Oh, wait, cursor. Harry Potter Station, platform 9 3/4. Those wishing to transfer to the Hogwarts service, please do so here. doors are now closing. Eventually. I was kind of sure I chose an express. I'm not quite sure how I ended up with a local, but that's okay. We'll make the work of it. It'll be fun. Gonna have to get up and go for a walk again. Oh, she's gone. It's Mr. Tattooed Tough Guy. Looks like he's got a thing of the Golden Gate Bridge on his arm. Morning. Morning. How are we doing? Morning. 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 Greetings. Morning. Just push me out of the way then. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about that. Hurricane Sandy sandwiches. Excellent. So that's you read that? A product of Barnes and O'Donnell's Food Company, 101st Street, Cheetahville, and the state is FU. And the phone number 555-444-44536. Go on, dare. It ain't my phone, Bill. Fair enough. Now that's 70s. Alright, back we go. Let's jump in before I get shut out of me train. Do you want to drive the train, mate? No? Alright. Just in time. Up the hill. In the New York subway, they don't have tickets. Not anymore, anyway. In fact, you didn't have to in this time era either. You could just pay with tokens. So there's nothing to check, really. Once you're inside, you kind of assume to be right. Lovely bit of wheel flange squeal there. I almost forgot how to talk. Thank you to the Endless Fact Stream from NJTE, who tells us that since this is the 70s, it was 45th Street, Courthouse Road. Yeah, plenty of people jump the gates, G. Jenner. That's quite common. The other thing they do is one person will pay and go in and open up the emergency exit and let all their friends in. That is also quite common in the New York subway. What is this an ad for? Long balls. Okay. I don't know what long balls are. Court Square. 45th Street, Courthouse Road. In they go. It's always problematic when you're having trouble with your flange. Lexic Dark. It's a bit like the PPE cupboard in the loco shed at the railway. On the front of the cupboard it says always wear the correct PPE for your job. And sitting on top of the cupboard is a big box of stay dry adult nappies. So I assume they're PPE. Up the hill we go. You're going to have a bonk at 3 a.m, GJ Jenner. Lucky you. I assume you mean you're going to hit the bunk. Sleep well. Thank you for joining the stream. Rolling in here to Queensborough Plaza again. Just doing the slow, infuriating roll that subway trains often do. Big bridge behind us. Which I think is the actual way the 7 line gets into the city, isn't it? Over the bridge. And away we go. No? I thought it went through a bridge. Hotline goes over the bridge, NJTE. Didn't you say it doesn't go under the river, though? Squealing around the corner. Rawson. Oh, you were just being pedantic, NJT. So it goes under a body of water. Rawson, get off me train. This fine, sunny, windy, foggy day that can't make up its mind as we head out towards Queens. Heading out of the city. And away we go. More police cars than anything else on the roads. It's like a deserted, apocalyptic New York. Could do a New York area thing one day, switching games. It's a bit more painful with my current PC setup than it used to be. Because I have a single monitor setup now. I bought myself a drive-in screen. 49 inches of computer monitor. And I've got it configured so that it's got two of what are effectively 1K screens on each side of it, and a 2K screen in the middle for streaming games. And not all games play friendly with that. This one doesn't, for example. I have to put it there myself. Up we go. Yeah, having been living in America at that time, it was an interesting time. Yeah, the old setup I had a 2K monitor right in front of me and another 2K monitor to my left. And that was just a bit uncomfortable for gameplay, to be honest. So I fixed it. Off we go. Now leaving Bliss. This is your local service, stopping all stations to Queens. Lincoln Avenue, next stop. Not yet, Lexic Dark. I've played Stray. Stray is awesome full screen. It really takes care of it well. It even gets rid of the widescreen kind of issues. Just occurred to me that the characters in the very tight small dresses are also in a G-banger. It's definitely 14-year-old boy territory, this game. Very much. Doors are closed, let's go. Are you no-go, train? Oh, you are going. Eventually. Full speed ahead, Captain. Oh, don't switch to the back now. What a terrible time to do that. Woodside. Global Warming Central. Oh, the brakes were still on a little bit. No wonder it wouldn't accelerate. It is nice editing video on the 4K monitor, yes. It's actually a 5K monitor. Bing bong, doors closed. Yeah, you can get the whole timeline of the video up on one screen, it's good. Burgers, pizzas, coffee, pharmacy, and electronics. Somehow managed to fluke that stop. It is indeed 69th Street. The resolution is a strange one, Lexic Dark. I'll send you a PM. Time to go. Leaving a lady behind. She's staring at me through the window. Bye-bye. Off we go. Next up, Broadway. It could be a film title. Should have stopped sooner. My 4 train no go. There it goes. Jackson Heights, next up. Where you can exchange your money for nothing. Bit far, might have to go back, yes. Just crawl back embarrassingly. Okay, Jackson Heights. Bing bong. I think the door close sound effect plays a bit late because you hear the doors closing as the door lights go green. Popsy Cola, everybody. Fully necessary part of your life, of course. Elmhurst. Home of the mysteriously appearing water tanks because their lot is wrong. Elmhurst, open 24 hours. Ah, did it again. That should work. Yep. All good. Nothing to see here. We didn't do it 2 stations in a row. I never pretended to be good at this. Alright, let's go. Or not. Oh yeah. Told you I wasn't good at it. Do you know what you should never say to your train driver after they've given you a drive? That's just like a simulator. I don't like that. Junction Boulevard, doors will open on the left side. See Lexic Dark? No, I can't. That was just for Lexic Dark, who wanted me to pretend I'm good at it. Challenge accepted. Avon calling. I do remember when that person used to turn up at our house and sing that out, and my mum would excitedly get up because there was someone finally who actually wanted to talk to her. She didn't understand that they weren't her friends. The guys in the yellow suits look like firefighters to me. Hello, Daniel Robert Jowett. How are you? I hope you are well. That'll do. Doors open. NJTE says the previous station was incorrect. That overpass wasn't built in the 70s because the ADA Act wasn't passed yet. The overpass contains elevators. Constrains elevators is what NJTE says. The ADA Act, if anybody is interested, is the American Disability Accessibility Act. And we have one in Australia, which imaginatively is called the Australian Disability Accessibility Act. Off we go to Corona Plaza to catch you know what. You can go to the specialty noodle shop in Corona Plaza, where you can order number 17, the Wuhan. That's the ones, Lexic Dark. Ha! Victory. And the distance is getting fluffy all of a sudden. No, I think they're a bit different, Lexic Dark, the Act. Ours doesn't really have any teeth, the American one does. If you're found to be non-compliant with the ADA in the States, you can get whacked quite hard. Here, really nothing happens to you. A public building must be ADA compliant in the US and here. Private buildings don't have to be in Australia, but in the US they do. Down, bubble. Next up, Willett Point. When we get where we're going, which isn't far away, I will end this stream. I think my next stream will be Glossop on the 26th. You got one before then? I'm not sure. Willett's Point. Doors will open on both sides of the train. Oh no, doors only opened on the right. I lied. Sorry, passengers. I thought they'd open on both sides, but they didn't. Yes, we do only have the light version, Lexic Dark. Bing bong. Let's go. Next weekend stream's probably before the 26th, isn't it? It would be. I'll figure out what I'm streaming next weekend. There'll be something. And then we'll have Glossop on the 26th. And on the following Sunday, probably. Vision. I don't remember the giant globe in the distance in New York. Oh, we saw one back there. Next up, Main Street. Which is kind of where we're going. End of the line, folks. Welcome to the place known for the thing that you do shortly after getting out of bed. End of the line, folks. Time to get off me train. Doors there, mate. Alrighty. That it would be it for today. So enjoy yourselves. Thank you very much for joining in on the stream. Next Monday, not tomorrow, the Monday after, the 26th, I will be streaming Glossop, which is a day before it's released. And I will run it again the weekend after as well, obviously. What else will we do next week? What will we do next week? I don't know. I'll make something up. It'll have something to do with trains, probably. That would be a surprise, wouldn't it? Anyway, thank you all for joining in. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And see you later. Bye. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I always like to get your feedback in the form of likes and comments because they help me understand what you want. Give the channel a subscribe and click on the tinkly things so you don't miss out on any new stuff. And thanks for your ongoing support. And please, be safe out there.